Yes, fellas. What's up, man? Welcome to Bala Sports. How you guys doing?
Good. How about
Pretty
yourself?
good, man.
I'm
Pretty
here,
good,
man. I'm
pretty
here.
good.
Another great weekend, man. Another great weekend. Sports in general, bro. Especially the NFL wildcard games, man. Look at these Bill fans and the Cowboy fan is here, man. I can't believe the Cowboys actually pulled that off. But man,
Woo!
hey, but the good things about that was that like we got three teams from our division
Yep.
that's in the division round.
I've never
All
seen
all
that many
season,
teams this far in the playoffs
right?
before.
All season we had the best division
Right.
anyway, man. Four teams could have made it, but the commanders do what the commanders do. So
Yeah.
Hey, 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 who's we?
who's we?
Yeah.
We talking about we talking about the best division in football here.
Oh, there we
That
go. There
NFC
we go.
East.
You want to
There we go.
understand?
You won't understand that, right? You won't understand. Yes, man. Yo, it was a great game, man. I mean, for me, with these wildcard games, we actually got like division rivals going against each other. And it's been a lot of close games, a lot of tough games, like tough ones that, dude, I'm still here. I mean, I want to start with the Seattle Seahawks game first, right? But okay, let's start with the Seattle Seahawks games because I was gonna jump to the but let's get to
Jaguars.
that.
Yeah.
Oh man, because that game was something else, man. Like that game was special. But let's jump into right. Let's go right in it with the Seattle Seahawks versus the 49ers. Fellas, what happened?
Well, the
Hey,
first half,
hey.
Seattle played tough. I
Yeah,
think it was like 14-13 at halftime. And then the better team just outperformed in the second half. That's what I think. I think San Fran was just too much for the whole game for Seattle to hang with.
huh? What about you, Solomon? That was a quick take,
I
John, but thanks.
hey, that is good. You know what? I wasn't surprised. I knew Seattle was gonna lose that game. Um, Geno Smith, I think he earned himself a contract for next year. He played so
Right.
well. Uh, but it's just too much firepower on for Niners side. I didn't think they were gonna keep up. I thought in the beginning it was gonna be a close game like it was, but
Uh huh.
eventually just talent just overwhelms everything. So I wasn't shocked.
Wow.
I was just surprised that the score wasn't as bad as I thought. Remember, if you remember
Wait,
last
wait.
week, I predicted a three touchdown score,
Yeah, yeah,
and
I
never
remember.
and it never happened. So I was actually surprised.
But I do think that like as we spoke about it last week at the last episode about the only way Seattle could get a chance if Geno Smith did not turn the ball over, and the interception. Oh no, the fumble was first. That's when I was like, oh man, they had a shot. And they knowing that there was divisional game, and I knew it was going to be a close one. Like it was really, really close one. But what do you guys think about the 49ers quarterback so far? As a what? Isn't he a rookie?
Yeah, he's a rookie and he's the last pick of the draft.
Wow.
He's
But
impressive.
no,
Everybody's
hey,
saying
but
this and that, but he hasn't done anything wrong. He's given the opportunity and he's taken full advantage of it.
you're right. You're right. He's a rookie, but remember, he played 4 years in college. That's a lot of games.
Oh,
Yeah,
That is a lot of games. He played all 4 years. So even though he's a rookie in the NFL,
uh
he's
huh.
like a rookie he's not a rookie in football. He
Gotcha.
plays so many games, and what he's doing is a game manager for the most part. They're not
yeah,
asking him to do. They're not asking him to do too much. They just want him to throw short passes and don't turn over the ball, and that's what
Right.
you got
yeah.
to do.
And it helps you got Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, and Debo. You just got to give it to them and let them
Right.
do the work.
Exactly. They have so much firepower. It's unbelievable, man.
And the
Yeah.
Even
defense and
Mosa, you can play quarterback for Niners. They still win.
ah.
I'm telling you, man. All you gotta do is hand over the ball.
He
That's
says
all.
I could play for a quarterback.
And
Wow.
and you know the tricky part when the other team get used to the quarterback handing over the ball, they expect him to do that,
Right.
and then once in a while you throw it deep,
Yep. Yeah.
and then you get caught. You're not ready for it.
Well, Solomon, you picked the 49ers to, well, basically we all picked the 49ers to win. Well, except for me, because I want the 49ers to lose, because I feel like it's the only team that was in our way as a Philadelphia Eagle fan. But
What?
I guess
Guess what?
we going against a
Hey, guess.
divisional rival, so I don't know. It's gonna be a tough one.
Yeah,
Right.
don't
Guess what?
underestimate the Giants.
True
They're
that.
coming for y'all.
Thank you.
Oh,
All right, let's get to the next game. I'm very excited about this game because I picked the Jaguars to win it, and the part where I'm most excited about was the fact when the Jaguars was down 27 points, and I told you I won a DraftKings, and I bet the Jaguars to come back and win. Bro, that was amazing, man. That was amazing.
yo, bro, tell the truth. When you bet that $5, were you sure they're gonna come back, or just you were hoping and praying?
No, I let few people know. I'm like, yo, the Jaguars are down. First, I thought I was gonna go put $1 on it. I'm not even gonna front. Then when I got out there, I was like, you know what? Let me put $5 in it. You know what I mean? Because really, I was just thinking that because Jaguars there was always been a second half team.
Yeah.
A lot of comebacks this year. And
yeah, they came back from 17 versus Dallas earlier in the year, a couple weeks ago.
Right, and then all I was hoping and praying for before the game, right before the first half end, make sure they score a touchdown. I said, if they score a touchdown, that would be great. And they did. Then I had hope that they definitely was going to come back because I just had this feeling that the Chargers was going to do the little bit of. I was expecting them to do the running game, but then they ended up doing a passing. What do you guys think about the Jaguars and the Chargers game from the coaching standpoint first? And what happened with the Chargers? Let's start with that, please.
Go ahead, John.
I fell asleep watching the game, so you tell me. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay. This when it was 27-0, I really thought I know I picked the Jaguars to win that game,
Right.
but at that point, I lost hope. I'm like, you know what, they're gonna lose this game. But also,
when they were 27-0,
when it was 27-0,
okay,
I lost hope. To tell you the truth, I didn't think they were gonna come back. But also the penalties on the Chargers. They after up by 27-0, they started playing carelessly. And before you know it, that game was close. Now, Bosa was complaining that I know he had a penalty. I think he took off his helmet or something. Right, and then that was a penalty which gave the Jaguars even better ball position. And you know what was funny though? A lot of people have been saying the coach should be fired. I think that was coaching. If you're up 27-0, all you have to do, like if you go in there like ESPN statistics, they will show you that when the team is up 27 points and there's so much time left, there's no way they should lose that game. All they have to do is run the ball over and over again, and they didn't do it.
That's what I was expecting going to the second. I'm like, man, hopefully the running game doesn't kick in so they could throw the ball. And they actually won throwing the ball. But you see a lot of people saying that they want the coach to be fired. If the Jaguar was your team with that coaching staff, and the Jaguars actually was a great, I mean, like that, I believe they have a great quarterback, and I think the team is actually decent. Do you really want to keep a coach that actually melt down like this? I mean, this is not the first year together.
It's not the first year also, but during the season, they played okay. They made the playoffs. So maybe when you think about that, you might feel bad to get rid of a coach that made the playoffs. But the
This
Chargers,
guy say you might feel bad. Why do I want to feel bad for feel bad when I want to win games? You know,
because it all depends who's out there available for you. If you get rid of him, you're gonna get somebody who's better than him. You gotta look at that too.
Like you said about ESPN, talking about they also. What about if Sean Payton want to come coach the Chargers? I think I heard that on First Take or something. Would you still get rid of the coach?
Yeah, I would. Sorry, but yeah, I mean, I would. I mean, he's one. I think he's one of the better coaches out there. So I think if he's willing to come to Los Angeles,
Right.
I think if I was running that organization, I'll get rid of the coach in a heartbeat. Because if you look at, they have the quarterback,
Uh-huh.
they have a lot of skilled players. The defense is not bad. So the only thing's missing, I think, is coaching. How can you score 27 points and then come back lose the game? I think that's unacceptable, man. If I was running that team, I'd be so pissed. I'd be looking for the coach the next day.
You be trying to get rid of the coach. That's what we are
I
talking
would,
about.
I would,
Okay.
but, but, but the thing is, he made the playoffs, so you
Uh-huh.
you you, you gotta you gotta name something, right? Because
They
it's
play
not
up.
like the Chargers. It's not like the Chargers have been making the playoffs every single year. They have
Right.
been missing all these years. So now suddenly you only coach that to the playoffs, and then because he lost one important game, you get
Uh-huh.
rid of him. It's I don't know. It's just
I say maybe
I
give him
don't,
one more year.
right. Give
You
him another
said give it
year,
one
please.
more year?
One more year, yeah.
Yeah,
What about you,
give him
Sally?
give him
One
one
more
more.
year?
Yeah, give him one more year. But I'm not running. I'm not running the team. If I was running the team, it depends who shows up. Like you said, if there's a better coach on the market, I'll get rid
Uh-huh.
of him. If there's not, then I'll keep him.
Sean Payton. If they get Sean Payton, I would definitely get rid of him.
I
Right,
say
but
get rid of him.
there's so many teams that are trying to recruit him, so it won't be easy.
True. But if it was up to me, I'll say get rid of him.
I
Come on,
I
man.
know.
A melt a meltdown like this in a wildcard game doesn't really come back. It doesn't really work. Look at what happened with Atlanta Falcons in the Super Bowl. I think they did it well. Even the team still shitty. If that's the word I should use, but they got rid of the coach because there's no way as a fan, bro. Like I'm especially like you was up 27, and the team that going in, you were the favorite to win it. That has a lot of things to do with coaching. Coaches lost that second half for the Chargers. You know,
I
the play
agree.
callings, everything else that went down. So need get rid of him. But
Right, yeah, but the coach again will argue in the first half when they scored 27 points. Was
right,
it coaching too? Was it
I think I
coaching or
saw
was
they
that
fired offense coordinator already.
they did?
I
that's
believe
fine.
that's what I thought I saw today. I'm not positive, but I thought I saw that.
They should have fired the defensive coordinator and the head coach first.
Yeah,
All right, but yeah, all right. Let's move on to the next game. I know this is a huge one for you, Solomon, because we all had a little bit scared what's going on, knowing that
You already know.
there's no tour on the field, but the Bills and the Dolphins game. I remember you said
Hey,
you might be there. Were you there?
no, I couldn't make it.
Oh, you could
I
make it.
could
All
not
right.
make it.
So,
I couldn't make it.
John, we're gonna leave this to the Buffalo Bill fan, y'all. I want you to really take us to what went down. I know you were scared. I know you had a little bit, at least a little bit worry to know that this. I mean, like to know that the way Bills actually was playing. I think it was the second half or something. How they let it. I was expecting Bills to blow them out because there's no tour on the field. But
Me too. Me too. Me too.
so take
Well,
us.
this started so well. They went scored quick. Why? They were up 17 points, 17 zip, and Josh Allen is the problem again. As much as we love Josh Allen, just too many turnovers. He had the fumble loss for touchdown. He threw two picks. Now, one of the picks you can say it wasn't his fault. John Brown stopped running, and whatever happened there, miscommunication. The other pick with Cole Beasley, he hit Cole Beasley in his chest and bounced off another player. So maybe that's not Josh Allen's fault, but I think he's been careless, man. Once you score 17 points, you can't always be trying for going for home runs. Just run the freaking ball. Just run the ball and eat up the clock. You're right. I got scared when Miami came back. I was nervous. My blood pressure was sky high, and when and second half when I thought, oh maybe the Bills finally realized that they have to put this team away, and then they let Miami come back. It was sad that how we had to depend on our defense during that game, and if we play like that against the Bengals, I think we'll be going home. But hey, like they say, the playoffs, man, a win is a win. And also remember, playing a division games are not easy. So maybe I'm thinking maybe once we play the Bengals, we're gonna play a better game and beat the Bengals. But it was tough, man. I was sweating. I was scared to tell the truth.
What about you, John? What's your take on the? I mean, like, tell me a little bit. Like, were you really impressed with what the Dolphins did against the Bills in that game without a starting quarterback, or do you just see it as just a regular divisional rivalries just going at it?
I wasn't. I just thought it was a regular division game. Division rivals going at it because I mean the quarterback really didn't do anything that special.
Right.
No, he didn't. He had like
He
100
wasn't
yards.
that great. I mean the defense that fumble return for a touchdown got him back in the game. I mean,
That was Josh Allen's fault.
yeah.
You know,
I think Miami just took advantage of the turnovers from Josh Allen, and that what pretty much got him in the game.
Right, like everybody
Josh
said.
Allen played smart, and like you said, run the ball. We probably wouldn't be talking about how close this game is.
Right, like people always say that the only team that can beat Buffalo is Buffalo themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
It's
if
Buffalo.
that's basically that's every team, just like
No, it's not every team. It's
nah,
not
I
every
would
team.
say, for team to lose, and like most of these teams that's here right now, that's like the Eagles. The only team that could beat the Eagles is themselves. Everybody. I'm saying that's how I see every team. Because if you come out here, you execute, and you didn't do what the Chargers did, and you actually continue the momentum that you had instead of trying to do all the extra stuff that shouldn't be done, or trying to throw the ball when you're up by 27 points or whatnot. Every team
Right.
is responsible for their field play. So you could say that about any team, that the only person that could beat you guys if you have beat yourself. That's like, especially in a good team. I understand the Bills was the favorite and they are better than the Dolphins based on the quarterback. To me, that's about it. If you actually look at it, because the Dolphins do got the weapons in the wide receiver. Tyreek Hill
They
is
do.
no joke. And if they would have had a better, do you think that if Vitor would have played, this would have been a different result?
No, I think the Bills still. I think the Bills still win. But also remember, Waddle and Tua dropped at least 4 good passes, at least 4, like 2 each. If they caught those balls, it would be a different story. But again, if Tua was playing, the game plan would have been different. So I don't think that this game would have been that close.
The game plan would have been different with Josh Allen turning the ball over. It did. So what? The defense is the one that made Josh Allen turn the ball over. But I think in the offense, Tua would have probably scored more than 31 points if they got the same opportunities having the ball due to Josh
No, no,
Allen's
no,
mistakes.
no, because Leslie Frazier, the Bills defensive coordinator, he would have a different game plan for every quarterback. Remember, there's no tape to watch what that quarterback is about.
Right.
He started only a couple games. So him being replaced by Tua, I don't think the Bills have lost that game. I think the Bills still have won that game, but it just be a different game plan.
They better have a different game plan going against season next week.
Hey, you're right about that. You're right about that.
But the next game, to me, I wasn't most shocked because of the quarterback from the Vikings. The Vikings and the Giants game. The
I picked
Vikings
the
and the
Giants.
Giants.
Hey,
You
I
did pick
picked
the
the Giants
Giants
again.
right? We spoke about it, saying that Kirk Cousin. He's the factor here, and the Giants defense actually did a hell of a job against Richard. What's his name? Jefferson.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson. I almost call him Richard Jefferson. I don't know. I always get this.
Hey, that's basketball.
Yeah. So, dude, please, man. Do you think it's time for the Vikings to get rid of Kirk Cousin? We're not even gonna go too much details, like too much into the game, the details of what happened. But let's just focus on the quarterback of the Vikings.
Get rid of him.
Do you think it's time? Like, do you really think it's time to actually saying, you know what, we got to move on from this guy, get somebody else that could come in that could actually do the job when it matters, when it's actually matters. Not no regular season guy that could just throw doing all these other extra stuff that when it mattered the most. Dude, you did what? 8 yards as a veteran quarterback. 8 freaking yards. That's what you need, not 3 yards. You have one of the best wide receivers in the league.
And running back too.
Wait. It doesn't matter about the coverage at the moment. Like, I'm not even a football player, but I just love watching the game. You know what I'm saying? And we watch the game for long term. We actually I don't have to know all the details or every ins and outs about the game. I need 8 yards, not 3 yards, on a 4th down. With 1 minute and 40 some seconds, you want to throw a 3 yards? What? Like, bro, you rather just take the shot and just air the ball out there and let your best wide receiver give him a shot. That's the same thing Dix was complaining about when he was in Minnesota. This guy never showed up when he mattered the most. He's a great regular season player. Some games, well, not Monday night games, of course.
Don't they say that at 1 o'clock games he doesn't play well or something like that? 1 o'clock or 4 o'clock games he always loses those games.
Now, with the Vikings having this weapon as Jefferson, and you have a quarterback that show up whatever time. Oh, today's 1 o'clock, so I'm not gonna. That's not my time to play. Like, dude, come on, man. He's a waste.
Okay, going back to the first question, you can only get rid of Kirk Cousins if there's somebody better on the market. Do you think there's anybody better on the market?
Look at the quarterbacks in the league right now. I mean, like in the playoff right now, right? Okay, forget about Patrick Mahomes because he's another planet, and then forget a little bit about Josh Allen and all that, right? Jalen Hurts, he been with us what, 2nd year as a starter for us, right?
Yeah,
and then you got 49ers got a rookie quarterback.
Right.
The Giants got nobody don't think that Daniel Jones could be this good, especially like in this game. Like, he looks like a goddamn Patrick Mahomes out there.
Daniel Jones was good. He was good.
You take a risk to get yourself put yourself in a better solution for the future. Because he's not gonna change his ways of playing, bro. This guy been in the league for how many years? It's the same shit.
Since 2012, I think.
Huh?
He's been in the league since I think 2012.
Dude, he's a veteran, bro. You did 8 yards, not 3 yards. On a 4. Come on, man. If I was a Vikings fan right now, man, dude, like this will be like, dude, at least, dude, you have the best, if not the best wide receiver. Well, we all could argue he's at least top 5 in the league.
He's the best right now.
Throw the goddamn ball out there. I was actually like mad that the Vikings lost this game because
and they got a really good tight end too.
I don't want to face no divisional rival. I'm not scared of, but you know how it is. Division rivalry games could go either way. That's something that a lot of Eagles fans right now, bro. Like, yes, we might be better than the Giants on paper because overall of our team, but this is a divisional game. You never know. The last game. Anyway, we'll talk about that on Friday when we're doing the recap, the preview of that game.
Right,
dude. Cousin need to go. He need to go.
Hey, but you know what the problem with the Vikings fans? They expect him to be like Patrick Mahomes. They have to come to realize that he's just a game manager. Don't expect too much. He can just be there to hand over the ball and manage the game.
Right.
He won't be the reason why you win the game or lose the game. You gotta build a good team around him for him to be successful. He won't be the reason. Like, it's not Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes that you just put everything on his shoulders and carry the team. He's not that player, and he will never be that player. So the sooner they realize that he's just an average quarterback, the better they'll be. They should build a better team around him. He does have a good wide receiver and a running back. Maybe it's coaching.
Defense is not that good either.
Yeah, the defense was not that good, but the defense actually owed them to 31 points, right? And the Vikings had a shot to actually score points on the board. But the quarterback decided to be whatever his name is, man. Bro, dude, this guy pissed me off, and he's not even my quarterback.
But also, hey, but listen, you gotta give credit to the Giants. It was the
Yeah,
Giants. Why? It was the Giants. See, the Giants, they know that the quarterback is not great. So what do? They run the ball. Run the
right,
ball. If you run the ball, you always make the other offense, no matter how high flying they are. If the majority of the game they're sitting on the bench, they're not gonna score points. That's how you win games like that. I
fact.
guarantee you, when the Giants play the Eagles next game, they'll make sure they control the clock by running the ball. Make sure they put the Eagles offense on the bench for the majority of the game. That's how you win games.
True. Next game.
That's how Eagles do the play too, though. Eagles
Right.
run the ball a lot too.
Yeah, they're pretty good at doing that too.
Yep, definitely gonna get on that on Friday, man, when we do the
All
preview.
right. All
Next
right.
game,
What's the
the
next game?
Ravens and the Bengals. I mean, another divisional game. So you might look a little bit silly, but the way the Bengals, like, I'm like, damn, I thought the Bengals gonna blow them out. Same thing. There's no Lamar Jackson, but it's a divisional game.
Division games again, right?
Yeah. So what do you,
Right.
Jad? I want to start with you, man. I don't know. What was your thought overall? Like,
I mean, neither team's really impressed me, but it is a division game. They both know each other very well, and the difference with the game was a fumble recovery and returned at 98 yards.
At the
If it
goal
wasn't
line
for
too.
that, Ravens could have maybe won. They still
right?
had a chance at the end of the game to win. I feel like it's hard division games to like choose, but like obviously the Bengals are the better team,
Right.
but like Ravens know everybody in their division very well. I mean, they're always
Right.
solid every year,
Right.
so I
That was a
wasn't
close one.
surprised on the outcome, but I knew it was going to be close.
What about you, Sally?
Hey, that was expected too, man. Division games, like you said, they're tough. Uh, I think if Lamar had played, I think the Ravens could have even had won that game.
Yeah,
No, no,
So
wait. The Bills game, you said that if Tua would have played, they would have had a different game plan. They would have different. They would have approached the game differently. Do you think that if Lamar
what?
would have played, the Bengals would have approached this game differently?
No, the difference is that Lamar, the Ravens offense, the way they run their offense, like it doesn't matter who's playing quarterback. It's just the same way. They're the same type of quarterback.
Right.
They're both running quarterbacks. They're not very good. They're not very accurate throwing the ball. So the game plan doesn't really change as much. But if you look like Tua and Teddy Bridgewater, totally different kind of players. So definitely you have to change the game plan. But when it comes to the Ravens, they just run the ball and throw the ball once in a while. So the game plan should be the same.
Right.
So I mean, I wasn't surprised that the Bengals lost, but I was actually surprised that the game was that close. But again, like you said, division games are always close, so I guess I shouldn't be surprised.
Oh wow. I mean, I think it was a boring game. I mean, yes, it's a hardcore playoff game, but I wasn't really excited watching it like I did the Bills and the Dolphins, or especially the Chargers and the Jaguar game. Yo, I was jumping up. I feel
Right.
like I was a Jaguar fan, and I didn't. There's
Well,
nothing much.
because those games you mentioned, they had high scores. They were scoring a lot of points, and we know as fans we like points. We don't like defensive games like that Baltimore
You
Bengals game.
know, it's funny that you say that. I was speaking to somebody at work where, like, I say, like, for me, because soccer, he was like, "Well, we want to see high scoring game." I was like, "Nah, high scoring game for me, the game wasn't not enough technique that went into the game. I like to see like that close fighting game." He said, "Oh, man, well, you different because you play the game and you love the game, but we as a fan that just want to watch the game, we want to see the high scoring game." And I said,
Right.
"You know what? You're right, because that's the same way I feel about the Ravens and the Bengals game. Even though it was a tough game, it was really close, but I wasn't too excited watching
but I
it."
feel like all AFC North games are the pretty much everyone in the division besides the Browns are all very close, not that high scoring.
Oh wow! I didn't.
Like back
Right. Right.
like during Ben's like prime, like the Steelers and Raven games would be like 13-10,
Oh wow!
10-9. They all would be very low scoring, close games. I feel like that
Right.
whole
Right.
division is like that.
That's what I used to think about Washington and the Cowboys and the Dallas games.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. I used to think that there was always like a low scoring games until, of course, we know Dallas only scored 6 points last game. You know, I just got to throw that out there, John.
Thank you.
But
Wow. Hey, they look good last night, though.
hey,
They
but
did,
speaking
they
of the
did very well.
Cowboys, I know somebody here and his cousins was watching that game all happy.
I
They got
was.
the Cowboys
I
man
did not
cave.
expect that at all.
You did not what?
I did not expect that at all.
Wow,
Like we
man, I'm
whooped their ass.
Hey, man, what's up with your kicker, though, man? You better find a different one.
I think it just got to his head after like the second one. I think it was just in his head, and he was overcompensating. Like I think it was the third or fourth one. It went left instead of right.
Dude, he
I
missed
think it was just a
4.
mind thing.
somebody
If
was
you
telling me
don't
last night
remember
that
against Washington, he missed an extra point as well and 2 field goals. So I mean, this is like 2 weeks now he's doing this. So I think
somebody
it's
was
just in
telling
the
me at work that Jerry Jones tweeted if it is if anybody understand that could kick a guy jersey for you. I don't know if it was true or not.
Did he? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised neither. Yeah, but John, man, take us through the game. Like which was more impressive, Dak Prescott or the old team? Like, tell me, because I know you're not a Dak fan. Wait,
Hey,
before we get there,
Dak Prescott was the man.
I
now
thought the whole
wait, because I gotta bring this out because for the past 5 years, me and you been arguing about this.
Yes.
How many playoff games Tony Romo won?
2.
How many playoff Dak won?
2.
How many years Tony Romo been there?
Well, he became the starter in 07 and he retired in 2015. So 8 years.
How many years Dak been there?
Since 2016, I believe.
And they
Really?
both
Did
got
that
the
all?
same playoff record. And you still think that Dak Prescott is the problem for the Dallas Cowboys. But give me your take, man. Which was more impressive?
I thought just the whole team, offense, defense, coaching, was outstanding. Besides the kicker, obviously, but as far as like our defense, what you have to do is pressure Brady, and we did that the whole game. We're in his face the whole game. And then offense, the play calling was just great. We ran the ball, we did play action, we had running. Dak ran the ball. He wasn't doing that all year. So I thought just complete game was just a complete team win. And they played very well, but we'll see how good we are. If we play like that against San Fran, I think we have a chance. But it ain't gonna be a blowout though against San Fran because those boys could play.
So, Salman, my question to you is that were the Cowboys that good or the Buck was just that bad?
I think it's both.
No, Tom Brady is terrible. First of all, he needs to retire. And the Cowboys,
You
you
sound
know
like
what?
a Bill fan.
I gotta, like Rico say, it was.
You're breaking up. You hear me?
I knew the Cowboys.
Technical difficulty, man.
Go ahead.
It's always
I think
happy
he
with someone,
froze
right? Now, John, man, you go ahead while we wait for him to get back. So, do you think like what the Cowboys was that good or the Buck was just that bad? Or
I think it was both. Because if you look at Tom Brady, he was off on everything besides those two scoring series. He was short arming everything, overthrowing everyone. He just was not. I think the pressure got to him, and I don't know. He seemed very flustered out there. Like even like in the interception.
Say what now?
What's that?
You say even the interception at the goal line was what? That was
He was just trying to throw it away, and he didn't have enough on it to throw it out of bounds. Because like if you looked, there was no Buck receiver even close to where he was throwing. I think he was just trying to throw that way, and he didn't put enough on it. And it was just a heads-up play, but I think it was Curse that intercepted it.
Yeah.
I think it was just a heads-up play, watching where the ball's going, and got it. But yeah, Brady did not look good. they couldn't run the ball. I think they ran the ball 11 times the whole game.
Did he throw the ball 67, 60 something, like 60 plus times?
Yeah, I think it was like 66 or something crazy.
How are you going to win a game throwing the ball 66 times?
You're not. Well, they've been doing that all year. That's why their record shows.
Wow. Well, so what's your confidence level right now going to the next game for the Cowboys? Because you know how you guys are, man. Like, y'all win one playoff game against a shitty team. Whole world's on fire now. Go ahead, John. Tell me the Cowboys story. How great you guys are.
I think if we played like that, last night against the Niners, we have a chance. I'm not saying we're going to win, but we definitely have a chance. I think we're very hard. Would be a tough outing if we play like that every week. But
I guess
we are known to be inconsistent, so you never know what team's going to show up. True. That's been the story for the last 27 years.
So man, can't wait, man. But I'm very happy that seeing that. Yes, before the game started, I want to see the Cowboys or the Giants lose, so the Eagles could be the only NFC team left. But it's actually a great thing to see it. You know, now when you sit back and you look at like, dang, our division is the shit.
I don't think I've ever seen this many teams in one division this far in the playoffs before.
Oh wow, yeah.
I know there's like 2, but you never see like 3 in the second round like that.
Yeah. So now, like, there's a great chance that one of us teams is gonna represent us in the Super Bowl, and of course, hopefully, it's the Philadelphia Eagles because we've been the number 1 team all season. There's no doubt about that. And send this Cowgirls
we'll see how
little G-Man's back home
does for you guys. Maybe you guys come out flat.
It's I guess a division game. So yes,
it's not how you start the year; it's how you finish. And Giants have been red hot the past 5-6 weeks at least.
Yeah.
Since I think Thanksgiving when they played us. I think they've won every game.
And I think the good thing about going for us going against them is that the last game we played against them, we actually played shitty. Even though we won the game, like I don't even think the Eagles players was more impressed with the performance. We just happy that we sealed the number 1 seed and moving forward and winning the division, of course, because nobody has actually repeated in a division since the Eagles. You know, I'm just throwing it out there because you're a Cowboy fan.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, but definitely Friday we're gonna do our preview of the division round games, and hopefully Solomon get his phone together.
He's always having problems.
He's always having a problem with that. But thanks for being here, man. This is Bala Sport.
Absolutely. All right, peace.
See you Friday, bro.
All right.